The difference between success and failure. One simple word: courage. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality that guarantees all the others. Winston Churchill. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. Ambrose Redmoon. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Mark Twain. With courage, you will dare to take risks, have the strength to be compassionate, and the wisdom to be humble. Courage is the foundation of integrity. Mark Twain. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Muhammad Ali. Fortune favors the brave. Virgil. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Steve Jobs. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Nelson Mandela. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Nelson Mandela. You cannot swim for new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore. William Faulkner. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Andre Gide. A ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for. William G.T. Shedd. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. E. Cummings. Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Brené Brown. Courage is grace under pressure. Ernest Hemingway. To live with fear and not be afraid is the final test of maturity. Edward Weeks. The greatest test of courage on earth is to bear defeat without losing heart. Robert G. Ingersoll. The secret to happiness is freedom, and the secret to freedom is courage. Thucydides. One isn't necessarily born with courage, but one is born with potential. Maya Angelou. It takes as much courage to have tried and failed as it does to have tried and succeeded. Anne Morrow Lindbergh. Courage is the power to let go of the familiar. Raymond Lindquist. It takes courage to step away from the familiar and embrace the unknown. Roy T. Bennett. Be strong now, because things will get better. It might be stormy now, but it can't rain forever. Dare to live the life you have dreamed for yourself. Go forward and make your dreams come true. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain. Ralph Waldo Emerson. A hero is no braver than an ordinary man, but he is brave 5 minutes longer. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Fear defeats more people than any other one thing in the world. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Plato. Bravery is not a quality of the body, it is of the soul. Mahatma Gandhi. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. William James. Dream big and dare to fail. Norman Vaughan. The opposite of courage is not cowardice, it is conformity. Even a dead fish can go with the flow. Jim Hightower. We must dare to be great, and we must realize that greatness is the fruit of toil and sacrifice and high courage. Theodore Roosevelt. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. Oprah Winfrey. Stand up for what is right, even if you stand alone. Susie Kassem. A lion doesn't concern himself with the opinion of sheep. Never be afraid to try something new. Remember, amateurs built the Ark, professionals built the Titanic. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see further. Thomas Carlyle. It does not take much strength to do things, but it requires great strength to decide on what to do. Elbert Hubbard. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. Not to dare is to lose oneself. Soren Kierkegaard. The only way to deal with fear is to face it head-on. James Baldwin. Without courage, wisdom bears no fruit. Baltasar Gracian. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Anais Nin. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Lao Tzu. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. He who opens a school door closes a prison. Victor Hugo.